Look at that, isn't that wild? That alien is gonna get moved.
Substance analysis provides insufficient data. Alien molecular structure indicates hyperacidic substance.
Look at the floor. So this video today is going to be an update on our escape room haunted house tour. So, and I'm going to tell you what I did today to try to put me on the right track to building this haunted house in the back of TerraVisions. You know, I'm not going to lie, at this point, I think it was a little bit crazy, too ambitious to try it. And, you know, in all honesty, I should have had a whole lot better plan to do this, to know that, oh yeah, you can definitely get this done, okay? Because I really don't have a plan. If I'm being completely honest, there is no plan. And if we look at this, okay, I've been sitting here all night long, just kind of sort of drawing out. And where was I working on this? So this is kind of the plan that I was working on. I was making notes. And I was trying to scribble on here, and it turns out I didn't have unfortunately, I didn't have a pencil that had an eraser, because I like to doodle, okay? I like to doodle. And I'll tell you what the problem is here, is that the scenes are too small to do what I wanted to do. So they might only be 12 feet wide. So when you put like kind of a set and say up against the wall at 4 feet, and maybe you put some props on, you know, they have to have a space to walk in, right? So it's really not done. It's going to be a challenge. Let's put it that way. It's going to be a challenge. So as part of building a haunted house, especially when you're stuck like I am, and I made another mistake. I booked to go to this Halloween expo because we've been expanding our retail store to a degree that we don't even have enough stuff to put on the shelves because it's gotten a little too big. Thank God I didn't make it even bigger. So in order to kind of get this done, I really probably should be here every day, not taking off to Las Vegas and going to a Halloween retail show that I really don't even need to go to. So I really need to be here. I need to be here every day, making decisions and keeping on top of stuff. That's what I really need to be doing, but that's not what I'm doing. So I really don't know at this point whether or not I would do a tour, because little by little, like, ideas come to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, you can't do that. That would be too hard. Let me show you something on my phone today. Let me show you something that's really cool that I saw today. Look at this. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but do you know what that is? I'm gonna zoom in. You see what that is? That is the freaking coolest conveyor system that I've ever seen. Okay, and if you can look here, it goes, you see that? How it goes across? I saw that up in this guy's ceiling. And let's zoom in on this real quick. You can see it better. See that? Now, I wanted to do a conveyor, but before I do that, let me show you this. So I bought this kitchen set right here. It's made out of metal. I bought these lights. I bought this hood. I bought that sink. And by the way, that's just the tip of the iceberg of all the stuff that I bought. Okay, I bought a whole bunch of stuff. And basically, when you go around and you're shopping for props and stuff like that, it's starting to tell you, oh yeah, you can do this scene, you can do that scene. I also bought a stove that would go well with that kitchen. So, you know, you can have sort of like, you know, a kitchen in here, sure. You can have like but you know what? You need it like 4 more feet to get the kind of table set up that, you know, would wind you through the room. I don't know. This is going to be extremely challenging, let me tell you. And so, but when I was out today, I got up on a Saturday and I went to all these places and I shopped around. I basically came to the conclusion that, you know, well, we definitely should do a kitchen. We know we're going to do a boiler room. We know we're going to do a barrel room. And if I open up my iPad here, and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to show you. So I'm really getting stressed out about this. I'm going to show you. So let's go to my notes. And you can see right here. Scene 1, nothing. 2, a confusing hallway. 5 is a clown car, barrel laser maze, boiler room, tunnel. So we got 1, 3, and 4. And so I was out looking for props to try to say, oh, yes. Because I can buy something really, really cool, we should do this. Well, so I'm definitely going to do some sort of bloody kitchen. So one of the 3 empty scenes is going to be a really disgusting bloody kitchen. That's a given. Okay, but I don't know which one it should go in. And that's why I need an eraser so I can try to draw in, like if I put tables in there, you know, to like wind you around. Oh, that room's not wide enough. So I'm going to have to go home. I'm going to have to work on this and try to figure out which of the 3 rooms would be the kitchen. Now, another room that I would love to do is I would love to do a freezer, a meat storage room, and that could be done. But then I started thinking about it. Man, I would love to put a cool ceiling on that with a CGI of like a freezer fan. You know, it's like, do I have time to do that? Probably not. Then I thought, like, well, another scene could just be, you know, like I wanted to do that conveyor scene. So when I was there, I asked him, can I cut that out of the ceiling and buy that off you? Because you're not using it. And I could see that he wasn't, because they've already cut a big chunk of it out. And he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to sell that. And I'm like, please. Okay. It would be so fantastic if I could buy that. And then he said to me that they've already removed part of it and he might be able to sell part of it. Because wouldn't it be cool to have that like in the center of a scene, and just like the meat was rotating, you had to like weave your way through it to get to the other side? That would be so cool. But here's what I'm really kind of taking away. That if you're going to build something spectacular, you're certainly not going to do it in 6 weeks. Look, I'm starting to transition to like, okay, let's build a foundation for future renovations where You come back to this room or that room and you go hog wild, just upgrading one room or two rooms. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to build this whole section out from scratch in a very short period of time. This is going to be very difficult. So that's why we're starting with one simple thing, and that is just to get the infrastructure together so that you could theoretically walk through the entire thing. We might be able to doll it up pretty good with props, make it look better, in other words, with a lot of props, and give the illusion that you've done a lot more work than you really have. So I don't know. We're just going to have to do the absolute best we can. And there's a lot of things like really in my way. And I can tell you, for example, like, do you see that fan up there? Okay, it's a really big fan. Let me zoom in on it. Okay, you see that really big fan? That fan is super, super cool. Now, I would love to go find some of those fans and put them in here. And you know what's preventing me from doing that? Is that the places that sell like recycled, like, you know, metal and fans and stuff like that, normally they just throw it in the back, and then you have to walk around their yard, and then you see the stuff you want, but everything's covered in 16, 17 inches of snow. So I was walking around in the yard today, and guess what? I wasn't able to see it because, everything's covered in snow. So you got little things here and there sticking out, and you have no idea what they are. So yeah, this is going to be challenging. This is going to be very challenging. So at the current moment, okay, I don't know that I am going to do a haunt tour, because I wouldn't want to open it unless I thought it was going to be really good. Now, I think it will be, especially with all the props, but like, would it be like what I want it to be? No, not even close. So I have to get a better idea that I think we can actually finish this project before I would ever put any tickets on sale. Now, it is possible to just do the limp on Saturday and just do the limp with live actors, and maybe we'll put that for sale. But as far as a behind the scenes tour of the darkness, I wouldn't want to do that unless I knew 100% that we could at least get to 60-70% of where I would want this to be, when it was all said and done, 3 years, 2 years down the road. So we'll just have to wait and see. No props have come in, and I'm waiting on props from Ghost Ride. I was told I haven't seen them. I sent an email to Poison Props and they didn't reply. So I don't know what's going on there. We've ordered some stuff from Studio Effect Tech, but we don't have anything. And we've ordered a lot of stuff from Unit 70. The only one that I know is Unit 70 told me that everything would be done by the end of this month. So we can come get it at the end of this month. There's not much time left in this month. So we have to really, really hustle it up. There's just so many things plaguing this project. One being that people said they were going to come and help. They bailed. You have New Year's Eve, you have Christmas, you have freaking snow. The snow's bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's been really bad and hampering this project. So we'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out. But there's your update. Now, as far as our Alien is concerned, the Alien, hopefully that will get done in time for Transworld. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are going to get to see it because on Saturday, it's going to be challenging to have the escape room open on Saturday. So my recommendation, if we get the Alien open, we'll make a post. We'll let everybody know. We're going to be open that Monday, Tuesday. So if you're a vendor and you want to come play, we'll be open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those days for sure you can get here. Sunday you can get here. Saturday it would be very difficult, but you could get really close and you could Uber really close. And then, so we're going to have the escape rooms open, but yes, it will be a little bit challenging to get here. Okay. So there's the update. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. And We're just going to see what happens, okay? We're going to see what happens, and I think I'm going to give it 2 weeks and reassess and see if we're where I think we should be, and if we are, we'll try to open for Transworld. Otherwise, we'll probably just skip it this year and maybe do something next year. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Last thing I want to say is, no, we're not doing a lot of videos right now because my idea of showing you how to build a haunted house from scratch has nothing to do with framing walls up, okay? It's going to be how to get realistic looking scenes very quickly without putting a lot of effort in, because we don't have time for a lot of effort. That's what I'm going to try and show you. So in order to get going on that kind of work, we have to detail it more. Now I can tell you that probably starting next week, we're gonna have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12 people a day working on it. We'll see. And I can tell you, if I go to Vegas, that's going to not be good. So that's something I have to reassess, whether or not I'm actually physically able to, you know, to go for that period of time. I might have to change my plans a little bit and take it from there. So I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. But yeah, here it is. And hopefully by the end of this coming week, we don't get any more snow and we can get the entire thing framed up and we can start getting, you know, like wall treatments up. That's the goal, to try to get as much done by the end of this week as humanly possible. Lots more materials have to be had. We have to get a lot of stuff. So we'll see what happens. But make sure you like and subscribe. And there probably won't be a lot of videos next week because we're just going to wait until this thing gets framed up. And then once we start really getting into wall treatments and moving props in, that's when we're gonna like start lighting up the videos. And then I would say by the following week, we'll know 100% whether or not we can open for Transworld. So until then, everybody, take care from the old TerraVisions that has a long way to go.